Okay, welcome to Namm 2017, my lovely people. My name is Heidi Joubert. Welcome to the Roland booth. I'm hanging kind of with the most coolest, awesomest crew from Kraft Music, and I'm specially going to be doing this demo showing Kraft Music how and what the EC-10M does and how it works. Now, the EC-10M is the revolutionary new ELCajon Mic Processor from Roland, which is the second product in the EC-10 range from Roland, which is basically, it consists of this little console pedal and our little microphone, clip-on microphone, which also has our sensor for our electronic triggers inside of this. So I'm going to just give you guys a hands-on show of how we would use this. One very important thing to note is, contrary to the EC-10, the EC-10M is to be used on any existing cajon. So you can use this on your cajon at home. You can even use it on your darbuka at home, or even on a cardboard box, which we will look at later. So that's pretty exciting. I'm going to show you guys how we use this. Basically, it has this little microphone that clips onto the back of our cajon. Little clip, very easy. Microphone pointing in. We clip it into the back of our cajon, and voila, it stays there in this place, and boom. Okay, so the EC-10M has four main functions. The first one being obviously our microphone. It has the world's first microphone, which is designed and developed specially for the cajon, which is really cool. I think it's about time. So what this microphone does, as small as it is, it's a condenser microphone, and what it does is it kind of brings out and highlights those very special frequencies and nuances, which are so important to the flamenco cajon. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a play as to how it sounds just with the mic. So you can hear there's a really nice sound coming from there. The highs are really nice. It's really nicely equally balanced. I don't need to touch my EQ. It just gives me really a good sound on my cajon. So, first function is that we've got a microphone which is specially developed just for the cajon, really cool, with its own dedicated preamp, which is built into this beautiful little EC-10M console. Then we're going on to our second function, which is really important. It's our triggered electronic sounds. Now, this is where we can actually add sounds and change and enhance our existing cajon sound through the usage of added sampled sounds, electronic sounds. And the way that it works is inside of the microphone that you've just seen, we have a sensor built into it. So it's like on the same little item. And what the sensor does is it kind of distinguishes between our bass frequencies and our higher frequencies, and then accordingly triggers out our triggered sounds. So we've got 15 kit sounds built into the EC-10M. Each kit sound has 4 different sounds. 2 sounds for the actual cajon, the bass and the snare, and then 2 sounds for our pad function, which is the next function we'll be looking at. But we're just going to have a little look at what I would do in terms of using function number 2, which is my triggered sounds. Now, it's really important to note that I can use function number 1 and function number 2 at the same time. That means I can have my acoustic cajon mic'd up with adding a little bit of electronic triggered sound. So I want to have a little bit of that drum kit sound, or I want to have a little bit of that darbuka sound just in the background, I can add it. If I want to have a lot more of just electronic sounds and no acoustic sounds, I can also do that. I've got full control with that, with these 2 knobs. All right? So I'm just going to play for you guys again what it sounds like acoustic. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of electronic sounds, but I'm going to keep my acoustic sound as well, all right? So you can hear what it sounds like with a mix of the 2. Did you see that immediately my bass is it's just so much bigger? I've got that chicky chick, suddenly like a little bit of a shaker sound on the top. This is very useful, especially if your cajon sounds really bad. What you're basically doing is you're taking your Fiat Panda car and turning it into a Porsche, just with this EC-10M thing. Now that's pretty cool. So I'll give you guys, there's a bunch of different sounds. We have the claps. Again, I'm still on a mix of electronic and acoustic sounds. One of my favorite sounds. 808. I'm going to give you guys an example of what this sounds like without any acoustic sound, so you can hear the difference as to what you want to have. You want to have more of an electronic sound, you want to have a bit more of an acoustic sound, it's all there. All right, so I'm taking all my acoustic sounds down now, it's just electronic sounds. And now I'm going to add the acoustic sound just so you can hear that it's really cool to mix the two. So we can enhance our sound, but we can also change it totally, or we can actually do what I like to call the dual effect. I'm playing basically, right now I'm going to play for you guys darbuka and acoustic cajon at the same time. One of my favorite sounds. All right, so that gives you an example of what we can do with the two. I'm just going to run through this with you guys really quickly. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because this is going through our system. I'm just going to put my mic down. Our third function, really cool. Roland has actually added in a pad pedal function, which is really cool because I play a lot of Latin, a lot of music where I actually play with a pedal, like a cowbell pedal. So I'm going to show you how cool this is. And you don't even need to buy the external pedals to use this function, but I'm going to show it to you. And of course I can use the actual console, so I don't need to buy the pedals. I think that's very useful because I think that's something that if you're a really good cajon player that's gone into it, playing with foot pedals is just an extra. It's really, really cool. Okay, so that's one of the other effects. And the last function is our loop function, something that I think is really cool. We can lay down a single loop and we can play over it with our acoustic cajon accompanying it, all right? So I'm going to just quickly show you guys. It's really easy to use. It's flashing at the moment. The moment I start playing, it starts looping and recording, and the moment I stop it, it starts playing. So all right, so it's just recorded my electronic sounds on a loop. Now I can play over it. Acoustic cajon. To stop, play. Stop. The moment I stop it, I'm back. The electronic sound gets transferred back. Just play again. I can actually also change the sound once it's recorded. Cool, yeah? And then to just delete, I press A. So that's just like a quick run through on the EC-10M pedal. The last thing I want to show you guys, which is really important, you have to look at this. Coolest thing about this thing is you can use it with anything. So I'm going to take this thing and turn it into a drum machine for you guys. It's just going to give you an idea of what you can do with this. So I'm using this like a normal cajon. Boom, it's in there. It's a shitty cardboard box, ladies and gentlemen. That's very freaking cool. So I was going to do this with my ukulele. I put it inside my ukulele. I laid down a groove on the body of the ukulele with the electronic sounds. I put a loop down. And then what I do is I play the ukulele using the actual acoustic mic over the loop. So there's so many things you can do with this. I know they've just processed it and developed it actually just for the cajon, but it's something you can use with anything and you can be really creative happening. Thank you very much for watching my demo. I loved it. Thank you.